Hey, it's Bubba Wallace from 2311 Racing. You know what feels like forever? Sitting on a plane waiting for takeoff. Good thing I've got Chumba Casino. With daily boost and social casino games on tap, this is the kind of fun that makes time fly. Why not turbocharge your downtime? Play now at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
What's going on? And welcome to Be the Father You Always Wanted. I'm Marc Clark. And I hope your 2018 is looking great. Mine is really looking great. And I have to laugh at myself because, you know, when you become a parent, you always start saying these phrases that your parents used to say. You know, when you were a kid, they sounded like cliches. And even when you say them now, they sound like cliches, but you understand what your parents are going through, because the reality is seeing those little babies, you know, go from being these little bitty helpless babies to teenagers is overwhelming. It really is. It's unbelievable. That kid that couldn't do anything now is driving, you know, has a checking account, has a boyfriend. You know, it's just hard to believe. And so I think what was going on is, as a parent, you're still shell-shocked. So you say things like, oh my goodness, it seems like only yesterday that blah, blah, blah. Or they're growing up so fast. Or I can't even remember when you blah, 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 blah. It's like all these phrases that your parents, Welcome to Be the Father You Always Wanted. I'm Marc Clark, and as we look at 2018, mine's going well. I hope yours is going well. I laugh at myself because I sound like my mom and these phrases that she used to say when I was growing up. Now I realize she said the phrases because parents are shell-shocked. Parents, we see these little babies come into the world, these little helpless creatures, and then next thing you know, they're driving. They got a boyfriend. They're working. They got a checking account. This little helpless creature now has a personality and is getting good grades or bad grades. It's hard to believe. I think parents really are shell-shocked. And by the time you start to finally grasp it, they're on their way to college. And then by the time you really grasp it, they're getting ready to get their own career and get married. And you go, where did the time go? I still feel like I'm young, but the kids are now in their 30s and 40s. And next thing you know, you're 80. I'm telling you, parents are shell-shocked. That's why parents say all those phrases that they say. And you know what? I'm going to give myself a pass, and I'm just going to say, I'm just going to enjoy every moment. That's what I've been doing lately. I noticed that as my oldest is heading into her senior year, I'm vowed to enjoy every moment. Try not to complain when you have to do something like I did last night, take her to practice, because, you know, it's going to be a time when she won't want me to take her to practice. She don't want me to do nothing. So just embrace every single moment, cherish every single moment, even the bad times, the bad grades, the conflict, because, man, you're going to look up and they're going to be grown-ups. And I guess also what heightens it for me is I'm the caregiver for my father-in-law. So I see how he looks at my wife, who's in her 50s, as we're in our 50s, and that's still his little baby. And I guess they always will be our little baby. So give yourselves a pass if you say all those stupid phrases our parents used to say. Oh my goodness, look how big he's gotten. And give yourself a pass, because we're shell-shocked and we love these babies. All right. I'm Marc Clark. That's On the Mark. Have a good one.
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. You know what's slower than a pace car? Waiting at the car wash. That's when I fire up Chumba Casino. It turns those slow minutes into fast fun. With new games every week, you'll never get bored. Next time you're stuck in the slow lane, speed up with Chumba. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.